by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated and grounds for removal. Also, consumption of potentially alcoholic beverages and tobacco use is strictly prohibited. Please stay away from the playing area and team bench areas.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Night Arena. Tonight, the SVU men host the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels in the USA South Conference matchup. I'm Colby Kemp, and joining me tonight is Mark Duffin. Mark, the Fighting Squirrels, they always play SVU tough, and tonight they'll be looking to take down the Knights, who are this year's surprise team in the USA South. They were picked to finish 7th in the preseason poll, but right now they're tied atop the standings with NC Wesleyan.
Yeah, and it's due to SVU really finding their identity as the season's gone on. A lot of roster turnover coming into the year, but some consistent faces. And so because of that, the Knights had to find their identity. And since entering conference play, the Knights are 6-1. The Fighting Squirrels, on the other hand, are 2-5. But obviously, any given night, these teams are the whole USA South is very close in terms of talent and capability. Any given night, a team can rise up and beat another team, which is why the Knights have been doing so well. That's also why the Fighting Squirrels have a really good shot tonight of upsetting the Knights.
No, absolutely. We've talked all year about the parity that is in the USA South, where it is possible for a preseason number 7 to be in first place after 7 games. And besides that, Mary Baldwin, they always play well against SVU. They lead the series 6-3 over the history of the series.
Yeah, and the last game was a pretty tough one. And between these two teams, SVU going down 65-77 to the Fighting Squirrels. And that was a rough game. That was towards the end of the season where the Knights were missing some key contributors. But an important note also for this game is that there's some players from last year's team from the Knights who have transferred over to Mary Baldwin, especially that last game. CJ Good scored 12 points for the Knights. He is now a Fighting Squirrel. He'll be wearing number 20 tonight.
Yeah, CJ was a good contributor to last year's version of the SVU basketball team. It'll be interesting to see how he makes his return here to the barn.
Yeah, that'll be. He always plays with such intensity and ferocity. He's missed some games this year, only playing 10 of the Fighting Squirrels' 16 games. But he always brings intensity. Some of the best moments of last season were him getting up above the rim and putting the ball down. So we'll see how the Knights are able to defend him and break through his defense, especially.
No, absolutely. We want to just once again appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. Knights back into the barn after a win over the weekend down in Brevard, which was a huge victory. We're going to go ahead and take a break for the prayer, national anthem, and the starting lineups. We'll be back soon with the opening tip.
In accordance with tradition at Southern Virginia University, we will begin with a word of prayer, which tonight will be offered by Zeke Newman.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this opportunity we have to gather together. Heavenly Father, we're grateful for the opportunity that we have to come and experience this game. And we are grateful for the safe travels of Mary Baldwin, and pray that both teams will be able to perform to the best of their abilities and both will remain healthy. And at the conclusion of this game, we will all be able to return home safely and in a timely manner. Father, we're grateful for the freedoms that we enjoy that allow us to be able to come together in moments like this, and we're grateful for thy Son, Jesus Christ, and pray that we can have a good evening. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Now, if you will all please rise and face the flag for our national anthem. tonight's starting lineups. Starting for the Squirrels, at point guard, number 0, Marquise Baldwin. A sophomore guard from Clarksburg, Maryland, number 5, Ronnie Hogarth. A sophomore guard from Roanoke, Virginia, number 10, DJ Villa. A 6'3" senior from Ashford, Virginia, number 22, Raymond Benson. And a junior from Silver Spring, Maryland, number 35, Jamal Lukebu. The Squirrels are coached by Daniel Echo, and he is assisted by Tevin Brown and Mikkel Bradley.
Welcome back into Knight Arena as we are ready for the tip-off. Once again, I'm Colby Kemp along with Mark Duffin. Tonight's matchup is between Southern Virginia and a little rival just up the road, Mary Baldwin University. Two universities are about 40 minutes apart. And like we said, Mark, always an exciting matchup when these two teams meet.
Yeah, absolutely. And this year, the context of that rivalry is definitely going to be in the paint. Mary Baldwin, a very good rebounding team and a very good defensive team as well on the season. They're allowing their opponents just 72.3 points per game, which is a really good defensive average. And so the Knights are a really big, tall team, really good at rebounding as well. That'll be a key fight in this tenacious rivalry.
Yeah, one of the keys that I had, or two of the keys, one is to control the paint, and the other is to keep Mary Baldwin off of the offensive glass because they are second in the USA South right now in offensive rebounds. We're about to get underway. Mary Baldwin will take the tip. It'll be Marquise Dunklin into the forecourt. Ronnie Hogarth. And to the hoop, Jamal Lukebu scores the basket, and the Fighting Squirrels will take a 2-0 lead. Good look from Timmy down low to Hiram. Hiram unable to convert from close range. Rebound comes off to Mary Baldwin. DJ Villa hits from downtown for the Fighting Squirrels. And Mary Baldwin takes a quick 5-0 lead here in the first minute.
Yeah, and Mary Baldwin on the season so far has struggled from three, but DJ Villa has been their starting sharpshooter, and right there showing why he's in the starting lineup.
McConkey holds. And DJ with a long jumper, that's off. Rebounded there by Raymond Benton. He's the leading rebounder for this Mary Baldwin team. And Lukebu throws the ball out of bounds, looking for Ronnie Hogarth. He had vacated the area. And Mark, early in the season, we talked a lot about the Knights needing somebody besides DJ Green to share the scoring load. And coming into this game, there are 3 SVU players that are in the top 11 in the USA South scoring during conference play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Timmy Johnson, Ashton Davis, and Hiram McConkey for the Knights, which has been a really big part of their success in the USA South. Having those additional scorers has been a huge benefit for this team.
And talking about Ashton Davis, of course, he's not a starter on this team, but he's been playing very well. As Jude Ballstedt gets a steal, he'll go to the hoop, he'll be fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, like you were saying, Ashton Davis not starting, and that's really part of why this team has been able to function so well, is that they have a bench scorer that they can go to for reliable points in the paint. I mean, he's the most efficient scorer in the USA South at 70%.
Yeah, his shooting percentage is, otherworldly. And besides just being so strong, he also shoots great from the line. He's upward near 90% from the line, so having that force in the paint is a great luxury for these Knights. Jude's able to knock down 1 of 2, and then he'll get a foul on the loose ball going after the rebound. And the Knights showing a little bit of full court pressure here. Dunklin with the ball up top. Goes around the screen by Hogarth. A lob down low. Hogarth, or Benton rather, unable to convert. And the Knights with the rebound. SVU still looking for their first field goal here in the early going. Ballstedt with a wide open 3, just off the mark. Rebound tip to DJ, and DJ will knock down a 3-pointer from straight away.
And that's where controlling the offensive glass is going to be huge in this game. The tip from Hiram to DJ, setting that up. So now it's a 1-point game. Mary Baldwin coming out hot. That's a big bucket.
DJ Villa into the paint. And Ukebu is long. Rebounded by McConkey. Jude strong to the hoop. Ball's knocked away. It'll be out of bounds. The ball will stay with SVU. Into the game for Mary Baldwin. Making his return to the barn is CJ Good.
And his minutes will be very interesting to see how the Knights can counter him, because off the bench, the Knights don't really have a lanky wing like him. So his minutes will be especially interesting on how the Knights match up with this team.
Timmy Johnson off on a 3-pointer, rebounded by Mary Baldwin. Dunklin will hold up top. Benton into the paint. His jumper's long, rebounded by the Knights. DJ into the paint. Put up a floater. It just rolls off. Rebounded by Villa. Dunklin into the paint, ball's knocked away. Good defense there by Austin Mitchell. Possession regained by Mary Baldwin. Villa for a long 3, and he hits his second 3-pointer of the game.
And that was a difficult one. The Knights forced him into forced Mary Baldwin into a bad position. He had to take what he could get, but putting it in, sometimes better offense is better than any defense you can throw.
Yeah, the Knights were able to force a short shot clock there, and Villa put it up. And there's Ballstedt getting to the hoop for a bucket. 8-6, Mary Baldwin leads as we come up on 15 minutes remaining in this first half. Dunklin will put up a long three, and he is fouled by Jude. So Dunklin, he'll go to the line to shoot three as we will come to the first timeout here in this first half. 14 minutes, 59 seconds remaining. Mary Baldwin leads it 8-6. We'll be back after this. Welcome back inside the barn, where Mary Baldwin currently holds a 2-point lead of 8-6 over SVU. Ashton Davis checks in during the timeout. Also Mason Hunter onto the floor for the Knights. Marquise Dunklin is at the line shooting 3 shots after being fouled on his 3-point attempt before the break. So far, Mark, in this first half, SVU just shooting 2 of 7 from the field.
Yeah, a bit of a rough start from the Knights, but the flow of the offense hasn't really been there. Mary Baldwin's done very well of pushing SVU off their spots. SVU is leading the USA South in assists per game. Haven't really been able to get open looks to get that going.
Dunklin gets 1 of 3 free throws, so that extends the Mary Baldwin lead to 3 at 9-6. Yeah, you mentioned, Mark, the flow of the offense. Now that's something, the assists that SVU gets. We're accustomed to see some good ball movement. So far, the offense just hasn't found its rhythm yet. DJ with a good look down low finds Hiram McConkey, and McConkey gets the easy bucket. 9-8, Mary Baldwin leads. And that offensive possession looked a little more familiar.
Yeah, they were able to get into their ball movement, and that's the thing about this Knights team, how they've done so well. They adjust quickly.
Blocked shot by Hiram McConkey. And the ball is knocked out of bounds, and it will go SVU way. That shot attempt was by Nate Sutherland. He's checked into the game now for Mary Baldwin.
Yeah, and that's the Knights showcasing their biggest advantage in any game-to-game scenario is just the height of this team. I mean, you have Ashton Davis coming off the bench, 6'9", Hiram, 6'9". You have Austin Mitchell, 6'10", who starts. It's a very tall team, and it's difficult to get into the paint and get rebounds against this Knights team.
And not just those three, but you also have Luke DeVore that can come in off the bench at 6'7". DJ Green hits a follow-away 15-footer along the baseline. And that gives SVU its first lead here of the evening at 10-9. And an errant pass by Mary Baldwin leads to a fast break by SVU. They're unable to convert on 2 attempts. And now Timmy Johnson steals the ball back. Drops it into Hiram, and Hiram with a little jump hook. 12-9, Knights with the lead. Knights having gone on a 6-1 run out of the TV timeout. And then Raymond Benton knocks down a three-pointer for Mary Baldwin to tie the score.
Yeah, you can see the Knights really not focusing on Benton behind the three-point line, but right there making him pay for not willing to contest that shot.
Great look from Timmy Johnson into Ashton Davis. Ashton Davis now with a string. He is the reigning Rookie of the Week in the USA South, 3 weeks running now.
Yeah, and extremely well deserved. The efficiency and the movement in the paint that he's been able to do has just been incredible.
CJ Goods' first shot of the game is long. And Hiram McConkey is fouled as he was going up for the rebound. And Luke DeVore will check in for the first time this evening. Luke coming off a great game Friday night down in Brevard. He had season highs in minutes, points, and rebounds. 24 minutes, 8 points, and 12 rebounds. So very efficient outing for Luke Friday night.
Yeah, and against an offense like Brevard, getting those rebounds and those extra couple points are always huge.
Dunklin drives all the way to the hoop, able to use the glass and make the layup, and ties the score again, 14 apiece. DJ finds Luke DeVore cutting to the basket, and Luke with a nice touch off the glass from about 8 feet.
And you gotta love how DJ and Timmy are orchestrating this offense right now. 5 assists between the two of them so far just in the opening 9 minutes, and they're really passing the ball well.
Ball deflected and knocked away by Ashton Davis. Knights run. DJ drops it down to Ashton. And his first attempt comes off, but he gets his rebound and goes right back up and is fouled. And when we come back, Ashton Davis will be at the line to shoot 2. 10 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in this first half. SVU leads at 16-14.
At the line, shooting 2, Ashton Davis.
Welcome back. Coming out of the break, Ashton Davis will be at the line shooting 2. First one for Ashton comes off. A rare miss from the stripe for Ashton Davis. Ashton misses both free throws.
Yeah, and that's an unusual sight to see. You can usually rely on him. If he's not putting the bucket in for 2, he's getting it for 2 at the free throw line. So
DJ Villa, another long 3. That comes off, rebounded by Luke DeVore. And Timmy Johnson will bring the ball up the court for SVU. Timmy Johnson unable to hit the three-point attempt. On the rebound, Okebu is whistled for a foul. So the ball will stay with the Knights. Okebu with the block shot. Good defense by the Mary Baldwin big man. And Ashton Davis goes up to contest the shot by Ronnie Hogarth. And they're going to get Ashton Davis for a foul. And it looked pretty clean, Mark.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about that one. I think your analysis is spot on.
So Hogarth at the line to shoot two. First one is good. CJ Good back onto the floor for Mary Baldwin.
One thing to point out for the Knights so far in this opening half has been the lack of turnovers. The ball security has been very good for the Knights, only one turnover so far. It's been a huge problem all year. It's been their big weakness. Done very well to limit that despite the poor shooting.
And they've created several by Mary Baldwin just as we speak. Knights turn it over. Dunklin holds up top, guarded by Hunter. Hogarth. Hogarth is going to draw a foul against Luke DeVore.
Yeah, Luke definitely a little bit late on that time. Really wanted the aggressive defense, but was a little late on that.
And they're going to get an illegal screen set by Raymond Benton. And that will give the ball back to SVU. They lead 16-15 with 9 minutes and 16 seconds left in this first half. Mason Hunter, his three is just long, rebounded by Dunklin. And Benton misses the first, follows, but misses the second as well. And Ashton Davis picks up the loose ball and scores the bucket. 18-15, SVU leads.
And you can feel the nervous energy of both these teams. Lots of errant passes, hands on the ball. Both teams playing aggressive but a little chaotic.
Timmy for three, and Timmy hits. And Timmy coming off a huge game down in Brevard Friday night. 30 points, a career high. And that's his first three of the night. Timmy with the steal. Knights have it 3-on-2. Timmy will split the defenders, go to the hoop and score the layup. And that will push the Knights out to an 8-point lead at 23-15. And Coach Echo from Mary Baldwin will call and get the timeout. Looks like it'll be just a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. And just like that, Mark, Knights go on a little bit of a run there. Jump out to an 8-point lead.
Oh yeah, and it was entirely fueled by Timmy Johnson there. Some good passing on the fast break to the open Timmy for the good three, but then the steal, run across, good dribble move, a nice quintessential 5-point Timmy run, And I mean, that's why you have him on the floor, is the difference he can make. He's always level-headed. He's always willing to play the game, let it come to him. And so there'll be times where he goes for long stretches of time without putting in a bucket, but he'll get 3-4 assists in a time like he did at the beginning. I mean, three assists for him, 2 steals, and he got his first 5 points there. So brilliant plays coming from Timmy Johnson to put the Knights up a decent lead considering how back and forth this game has been.
Yeah, one of our seniors here, Timmy Johnson, also DJ Green, and interesting, both of them. They both average around 15 points a game. They both average over 5 rebounds a game, and they both average around 4.5 assists per game. So just all-around players, and that's really, a big credit to the two of them being seniors, really getting so many of their teammates involved and helping the Knights develop this balanced attack that we've been seeing here since conference play started.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the big jumps we've seen. I mean, Ashton Davis coming in as a freshman and playing so well, and then Hiram McConkey in his second year taking the leap. Those two can credit a lot of their boon to Timmy and DJ, helping them and keeping the offense flowing.
Villa's 3 is short, rebounded by Luke DeVore. And Mark, somebody, we don't talk a lot about, but he's a starter, Austin Mitchell. It speaks volumes that he is still a starter here on this team. And he doesn't get the minutes, but he's filling a role. He goes on, establishes, knowing that he's going to give way to Ashton Davis. He picks up his minutes, but he fills the role very well. The Knights miss a couple shots, and then Mason Hunter will be called for the loose ball foul.
Yeah, I like you were saying that point about Austin Mitchell. Just like the key to having a good team in the USA South is having people who are willing to play a role on your team. And Austin Mitchell, while you're right, he doesn't get the minutes, he plays his role to perfection every time he steps on the floor.
CJ Good, working hard in the paint, gets a rebound and a basket. Andrew Jones has checked in for Mary Baldwin. Also on the floor for the Knights is Abe Connolly. And a tough possession there. Shot clock was winding down. Abe Connolly had to throw up a heavily contested shot. And Ashton Davis pulled the ball out of the air and got rid of it in a hurry to get the bucket just before the shot clock went off.
Yeah, it was amazing awareness, because if that had touched the rim, that's a new shot clock, but he knew that it hadn't.
Dunklin's 3 is off the rim. DJ Villa battles and picks up the loose ball. And CJ Good knocks a 3-pointer down from the corner.
And that was an incredible pass there from Luke DeVore, getting the cutting DJ right inside. That was incredible.
DJ Villa goes hard to the hoop. He's going to be fouled by Luke DeVore.
Yeah, and that one was a close one, but I think Luke got wrist instead of ball there. Just a little behind. That was really close, though.
DJ Villa will go to the line to shoot 2. Villa is good with the first attempt. So DJ Villa knocks down a pair of free throws. 27-22. The Knights with the lead with just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Matt Hale onto the floor for SVU. Hale wide open for a three. That's just a little off. Rebounded by Mary Baldwin. And they're going to whistle Timmy Johnson for a foul. And that will send Ronnie Hogarth to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Austin Mitchell checks back into the game as well. Hogarth hits the second, cutting the Knight lead down to 3. Mitchell hands to Johnson. And Johnson will raise for a 15-footer. That's short, but they're going to get Ronnie Hogarth on the wrist, and Timmy will go to the line to shoot 2.
And it was a great play run by the Knights there. Timmy getting all the space in the world, causing the late reaction.
And Timmy is off with the first. Knights struggling from the free throw line this evening. Just 1 of 5 now from the stripe. Timmy knocks down the second. SVU leads by 4. Dunklin hands to Hogarth. CJ Good picks up the loose ball, goes to the basket. It's off, he battles, pulls down the rebound. And DJ and Hogarth battling for the rebound underneath. And I believe they gave that to SVU.
And that's one of the underrated aspects of DJ Green's game. He's 12th in the USA South in rebounds per game as, and let me check my numbers here, a 5'10" guard.
Not bad for a 5'10" guard.
Not at all. I mean, he has an amazing vertical to match it, but really it's just tenacity and knowing when to jump to get that ball. DJ Green making a huge impact on the boards throughout this whole season, but right there, getting the Knights the back ball.
The thing about DJ, he's relentless. He won't back down from a battle either. He's not afraid to go into the paint and battle with the big guys. So we have 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining here in this first half. SVU leads it 28-24. As we mentioned, Knights struggling a little bit from the free throw line, just 2 of 6. Also from the three-point line, just 2 of 10. But overall, they are shooting about 43%. And they've played good defense because Mary Baldwin now, they're only shooting a cool 33% from the field.
Yeah, and that's the thing with when you're coming into a game and you're red hot. Like this Knights team has been shooting incredibly well over conference play. I mean, they're second in field goal percentage at 50.1 over conference play. But sometimes you can't control whether the shot goes in or not. Sometimes you miss your shots. But the Knights doing a great job of controlling what they can control on the defensive end and playing extremely well.
Yeah, playing very good defense. They've created 7 turnovers so far this first half and converted those into 5 points. Shot clock winding down. DJ behind a Mitchell screen. He'll dish to Timmy, and Timmy drives to the hoop with the finger roll to beat the shot clock. That's pretty efficient offense right there. Run the clock down and get a layup as the shot clock expires.
And you like to see that the Knights didn't give up on the play or just force up a three at the end. Like, they kept moving, kept passing, and kept finding their open spots to get it go in.
Hogarth off with his three-point attempt, and that will go out of bounds. SVU basketball. SVU with a 6-point lead at 30-24. Matt Hill from the corner. That is long off the back of the iron, rebounded by Mary Baldwin. Jason Slack into the game for Mary Baldwin. Hogarth finds CJ Good for three. That's long, rebounded by DJ Green. Foul will go against Marquise Dunklin, and Austin Mitchell will head to the line to shoot two. Austin Mitchell knocks down the first of two.
And that was a very unique defensive possession there by the Knights, because they got back in their rotations. Were having to scramble to get back, but everyone's sprinting and getting to their person as fast as possible. Great play there from the Knights.
Mitchell's second is long. Rebounded by Mary Baldwin. Jalen Walker onto the floor for the Fighting Squirrels. Hogarth working on DJ. Get to the hoop. And they're going to whistle a foul on DJ Green.
See, on that one, I'm not even upset with the foul call. I think it was a good call. It was just the timing of it. That was what made it seem so surprising, was a couple seconds after the shot had gone up and rolled off the rim.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact going up, and you were thinking, okay, are they going to get a foul? Ball hit the rim, came off, and then the whistle was blown.
Yeah, but that can be the hard thing as a ref. Sometimes your brain, your eyes work faster than your brain, and so it needs to catch up that way.
Hogarth converts on one of two free throws. A minute 45 left in this first half. SVU with a 6-point lead at 31-25. Austin Mitchell holds up top, hands to DJ. DJ with a 15-footer, rebounded by Mary Baldwin. Hogarth all the way to the hoop, and Hogarth will fly through the air and put down a dunk and cut the Knight lead to just 4.
And Timmy wasn't able to get his head around there, not able to defend it. Great play there from Mary Baldwin.
And Timmy into the paint, scores the right-handed floater. Always tough when the player can go offhand and be efficient. CJ Good finds Jalen Walker. And Coach Bevel is going to call a timeout on the heels of that Fighting Squirrel basket. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Knights lead at 33-29, and once again, Mark, the Knights will have an opportunity here to play a 2-for-1.
Yeah, Coach Bevel loves these opportunities. He always loves getting the team set up and ready for them. And the Knights really have the opportunity here. 2 good offensive possessions, 1 good defensive possession, and you can be up 37-29 going into the locker room, which is a big difference, being up 8 as opposed to being up 4 going into the second half.
And part of their success has been the success they've had in this situation. There's been a couple games where they've been in this very same situation, 2-for-1. Now, on one occasion, they scored 5 points. They went on a 5-0 run in the last minute, and the other situation was a 4-0 run. So we'll see what they can do here. DJ for three, and that's going to be off. Rebounded by CJ Good. Knights will look for a strong defensive possession right here. 3 seconds is the difference between the shot clock and the game clock. CJ Good into the paint, to the hoop, and his shot's blocked by Hiram. Good outlet. Timmy Johnson to the hoop. Drives, he hangs, ball comes off. Rebounded by Ronnie Hogarth. And CJ Good will float up a runner at the buzzer. It's no good. So at the end of all that, Mark, 2 for 1 or nothing. Nobody scores anything in those last 47 seconds.
Well, at least you did one of the things right? Keeping the status quo is still good when you're up. So Knights good defensive possession there, but you're right. The offense a little chaotic. The Fighting Squirrels definitely getting involved, getting in the passing lanes.
And the Knights had a good opportunity there with Timmy getting that good outlet, but good transition defense by the Fighting Squirrels to get back on that.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, really what we've seen is a defensive stalemate so far in this first half. Not a lot of good shooting because both defenses are doing their jobs of shutting down the other team. But the Knights, a little bit more offensive rebounding, a little bit less turnovers, gives them the edge so far in this first half.
Yeah, both teams well below their scoring average here during conference play. So we'll see if anything changes in the second half, which we will go ahead and take a break. Halftime score is 33-29. SVU leads Mary Baldwin. We'll be back with the second half.
Not gonna lie, something special is happening here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but when you're here, you can feel it. Whether it's in the classroom, around campus, or stepping into your unique spotlight, you'll find a place where you truly belong. This place is more than just lectures and exams. It's about constructing your story, helping you discover your path in a world of possibilities. Maybe it's our close-knit community, our Christ-centered mission, or the way the Blue Ridge Mountains feel like home. We excel at being a place where every idea, every step, and every moment bring you closer to the future you're meant to create. They say big things come in small packages. We couldn't agree more. Because here's a little secret. The best life is the nightlife. Come be a part of it.
Introducing Sport Performance. But not just this. They told you to choose books or the ball, the classroom or the court. But that was never you. You study like it's your playbook, you train like it's your thesis. Your body's in motion, your mind's building the future. Because greatness isn't just in the stats. It's in your discipline, your character, your purpose. Master your sport, master yourself. This is Sport Performance at Southern Virginia University.
Welcome back inside Knight Arena. We're getting ready for the second half between SVU and Mary Baldwin. SVU leads at 33-29. I'm Colby Kemp along with Mark Duffin. And Mark, that first half kind of a tell of shooting woes by both sides.
Yeah, I mean, both teams shooting under 41.5% from the field. Mary Baldwin shooting 34.6, which is kind of rough, but from three, Mary Baldwin shooting 36.4, which is a lot more than the SVU 16.7. So both teams struggling. SVU really making up for it on the turnovers battle. Only 2 turnovers for SVU, which is a big abnormality for them. A great job taking care of the ball. But that's been the equalizer, and that's why SVU's up. They've shot 8 more shots. So despite the way lower three-point percentage and the not great field goal percentage, just the amount that they've shot has put them in the lead.
And that will help the shooting percentage. DJ with a bucket from close range. Mary Baldwin, Dunklin into the paint. He'll dish. And that is Raymond Benton knocking down a three-pointer.
And that's big for the Fighting Squirrels. Raymond Benton, one of the 2 top scorers of this Fighting Squirrels team, and only has had 2 points in the first half.
DJ gets to the basket again. Ball comes off the rim, but Hiram McConkey with the offensive rebound and the putback. Dunklin into the corner. Hogarth back up top. Dunklin into the paint, and he dishes, and once again it is Benton. Knights have a 3-point lead.
And Dunklin there really putting on the speed to get into the paint and get the defense out of whack.
A great look by Jude Ballstedt, driving the baseline, dishes to Austin Mitchell, and Mitchell with the easy basket. And Ukegbu into the paint. He is fouled by Austin Mitchell. And Okegbu will go to the line to shoot 2.
And you can really tell what the Fighting Squirrels have come out to do in the second half, the adjustment they're trying to make on offense. They're really trying to focus from driving at the top of the key, getting into the paint that way, which is to hopefully open up the rest of their offense.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive thus far, really trying to break down the Knight defense. Okegbu gets 1 of 2 free throws. Mitchell up top to Jude, and he drives. Ball's knocked away by DJ Villa. It will be Knight ball on the baseline. Timmy will inbound. Up top to Austin Mitchell. He hands to Timmy. Knights trying to get Mitchell. Pass was low and picked up by Mary Baldwin. DJ Villa's shot is short, rebounded by DJ Green. And DJ is going to draw a foul on Marquise Dunklin. Hiram McConkey up top, into the paint, gets his own rebound, and Hiram with a little jump hook scores the basket, and that extends the Knights' lead out to 6. During that last stop in play, Ashton Davis checked into the game for the Knights. Hogarth for three, around and out. And that's rebounded by Ashton Davis. Timmy pushes the ball up the floor. And Jude Ballstedt nails a three-pointer from the corner. Ballstedt's minutes were limited in the first half due to foul trouble. So good to see Jude come out in this second half and knock down his first shot.
Yeah, and that is the first SVU three-pointer since the 8-minute mark in the first half. So a long time for that.
Ball knocked away by Jude. DJ picks it up, goes to the hoop, and they are going to call a foul as DJ was going in. Foul will go against CJ Good. And that will put DJ on the line, shooting two. And he'll have an opportunity to put the Knights out to their first double-digit lead on the evening. DJ knocks down the first free throw. That's his first attempt of the evening. 45-35, Knights with the lead. DJ for one more. And that one is around and falls in. So DJ knocks down two free throws.
And this is a great start to the second half for the Knights. A three-pointer going in, two free throws made, still forcing turnovers.
Benton with a tough shot, up and over two Knight defenders. That cuts the lead back to 9 for the Knights. And a good interior pass by Timmy finds Austin Davis, and Davis with a little jump hook scores the bucket. Good, hands to Benton. Back to CJ, he's guarded by Hiram. And CJ goes through the paint, and they're going to whistle a foul. We'll wait to see who that's on. They're going to give that to Hiram McConkey. So we'll go ahead and take the break here. 15 minutes, 18 seconds left in the game. SVU leads it 48-37.
Introducing Sport Performance. But not just this. They told you to choose books or the ball, the classroom or the court. But that was never you. You study like it's your playbook, you train like it's your thesis. Your body's in motion, your mind's building the future. Because greatness isn't just in the stats. It's in your discipline, your character, your purpose. Master your sport, master yourself. This is Sport Performance at Southern Virginia University.
Welcome back. Inside the barn, CJ Good will be at the line to shoot two for Mary Baldwin. First one is good. That puts the Knights lead at 10, 48-38. Good to shoot one more. Second one is also good. Ashton hands to DJ. Jude finds Hiram Hiram for three, and McConkey hits the long ball. Knights lead now at 12, 51-39 with 14:40 remaining. Hiram with the steal, up ahead to DJ. DJ challenges CJ, good, and DJ with the bucket, up and over, good.
And that's quintessential SVU basketball right there. Keeping an eye on the passing lanes, getting in between, and a great outlet pass, and DJ doing the rest.
Nate Sutherland into the game for Mary Baldwin. They're going to whistle a foul on Ashton Davis. And that will send Jamal Okegbu back to the line for two. Okegbu's first free throw is no good. Onto the floor for the Knights are Luke DeVore and Mason Hunter, as Okegbu misses both free throws. DJ will walk the ball up the floor. And Sutherland knocks the ball away from Mason Hunter. And gets the steal. Mary Baldwin with possession. DJ Villa's jumper is long. Rebounded by Mary Baldwin. Next shot attempt also missed. Rebounded by the Knights. DJ's long three is around and out. Rebounded by Villa of Mary Baldwin. Jude Ballstedt's going to pick up a foul on a reach. That'll be Jude's third.
And that'll be an interesting storyline to watch. With Jude being out, the defense started to get worn down towards the end of the first half, whereas Jude's a really good spark plug for the defense. So if he has to spend much more time on the bench, that could be a dangerous thing for the Knights.
Okegbu gets around DeVore and scores the layup. The Knights lead is at 11, 53-42, with just under 13 minutes remaining. Ballstedt lobs to Hiram. And Hiram with a jump hook. Hiram McConkey having a good second half here tonight against Mary Baldwin.
And Hiram now up to over 10 points on the game.
Benton for three, that's an air ball, rebounded by McConkey. That'll be McConkey's fifth rebound tonight to go with his 11 points. Knights working the ball around the perimeter. Five on the shot clock. DJ to the basket. His shot is blocked. Picked up by CJ Good of Mary Baldwin. Luke DeVore with the rejection. Tough defense by the Knights. Forces a jump ball. That'll bring us to immediate timeout. We'll go ahead and take it. With 11 minutes and 44 seconds left in this game, SVU leads at 55-42.
Introducing Sport Performance. But not just this. They told you to choose books or the ball, the classroom or the court. But that was never you. You study like it's your playbook, you train like it's your thesis. Your body's in motion, your mind's building the future. Because greatness isn't just in the stats. It's in your discipline, your character, your purpose. Master your sport, master yourself. This is sport performance at Southern Virginia University.
Welcome back to Knight Arena. It will be Mary Baldwin basketball coming out of the timeout. They currently trail by 11. CJ Good up top, guarded by Luke DeVore. Dunklin into the paint. He puts one up and over DeVore. It's around and out, and rebounded by Luke.
And that was just a great defensive play from Luke all around. He spent significant time guarding the ball handler, went up straight up, got the rebound. Everything right there working well for Luke.
DJ takes Dunklin to the basket, and DJ with a little 6-footer. Hogarth misses from about 10 feet. Hiram McConkey with the rebound. SVU has extended their lead to 15 at the moment. Mason Hunter drives to the paint, dishes to DeVore. DeVore sends it out to Timmy. His three-pointer's off, but Luke DeVore with the follow. And again, Mark, seeing quality minutes tonight from Luke DeVore to follow up on his game down in Brevard Friday night.
Yeah, you can tell he's starting to get trusted by Coach more and more as the season goes on, and right now showing why that trust is warranted.
Ronnie Hogarth unable to draw iron on his three-point attempt. And that will turn the ball over to Southern Virginia as they will look to extend their 17-point lead.
And you can tell SVU has come out of the locker room with some fire here in the second half. 11 of 17 from the field to start the second half. Explains the big lead in this 10 minutes.
Timmy with the tough turnaround from 15 feet. And they're going to get Hiram with the reach there on the shot. And that's going to send Mary Baldwin to the line. That'll be Raymond Benton to shoot two. First one comes off the rim, no good. Benton misses both free throws. The rebound is by Jude Ballstedt. Timmy with a good look through the paint. McConkey shot is blocked, but rebounded by DeVore. And DeVore with another offensive rebound and the bucket. Raymond Benton with a tough shot in the paint. Scores two.
And Luke DeVore now up to 6 points here. Playing extremely well, getting rebounds, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, defending well. Luke's having himself a game.
And just as you say that, Luke would love to have that shot back as he misses a layup. And Raymond Benton gets loose. And he gets ahead of the defense and scores a basket for Mary Baldwin. 63-46, SVU leads it. Ballstedt along the baseline to Hunter. Rebounded there by Hiram. But it's knocked out of bounds, and the refs will say that went off of Hiram. And that'll give the ball back to Mary Baldwin. Nate Sutherland once again onto the floor for the Fighting Squirrels.
Yeah, and Mary Baldwin here on a little bit of a run. They've utilized the fast break, have gotten out and started running, try and get position in the paint.
Sutherland hands to Villa. Mary Baldwin works it around. Dunklin will raise from 18. And they're going to get Jude Ballstedt on the arm. So that will be Jude's 4th personal foul tonight and send Dunklin to the line when we come back. 63-46 with 7:51 left in the game. We'll be back after this. Welcome back into Knight Arena. Marquise Dunklin at the line for Mary Baldwin, shooting 2. First one is short. SVU currently leads this game, 63-46. And Mary Baldwin, Mark, if I'm not mistaken, they've been the weakest free throw shooting team in the USA South this year. They come in hitting just 61%, 63% of their free throws as Dunklin misses a pair.
Yeah, you are correct on that. And SVU is actually the first, 75.8% for them. But that hasn't been the tale today. Both teams shooting around 50% on the game. It's been a rough free throw shooting night in general.
Timmy to the hoop, looks for Mason Hunter, but that ball is knocked away by Dunklin. It'll be Knight's ball. Timmy will inbound. Timmy will get it back from DeVore. Pass is knocked down. DeVore picks it up. Hands to Mason Hunter. I'm not sure that Mason ever had possession of that ball, but managed to score the bucket.
Hey, it's all about how the play ends, not about how it goes through.
Dunklin through the paint, hands to CJ Good, and he puts up a wild shot, and they're going to get Luke DeVore on a foul. CJ Good knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Ashton Davis will check into the game. Good for the second of 2 now. So CJ Good knocks down a pair of free throws for Mary Baldwin. CJ Good's been the outlier tonight from the free throw line as he's perfect from the stripe.
Yeah, I believe that's 4 of 4 for him now. 9 points on the day for CJ, having himself a good game off the bench against his former team.
And they're going to get Okegbu on a reach. It'll be SVU ball along the baseline. Timmy strung to the hoop, and his shot is blocked by CJ Good. A sight we're fairly familiar with there. CJ Good, such an athletic player, able to get up there and block that shot. DJ Green creates some space and shoots up and over. DJ Villa knocks down about a 17-footer. DJ Green now with 17 points on the evening.
Obviously, you'd always love to have nice, easy, open shots, but it's nice to have shot creators that can just put the ball in the bucket no matter how hard.
CJ Good for 3, that's off. Rebound by Davis of SVU. DJ's pass intercepted by Benton. Mary Baldwin will push the ball. Okegbu holds. He'll hand to CJ Good. Okegbu cuts to the basket, and he is fouled there by Timmy Johnson. Okegbu will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and a well-earned couple of free throws right there. We have headphones on and everything. I could hear the smack on that one.
Well, and you don't hate that foul. That was a layup, and Timmy right there in good position, just didn't want to concede that easy basket.
Oh, yeah, no, a good foul, you'd rather have 2 free throws instead of an easy layup or an easy dunk.
And Okegbu, Mary Baldwin in general, hasn't been solid at the free throw line tonight. So we'll have a timeout here. 5 minutes, 34 seconds left in the game. 67-48, SVU leads it. Welcome back to the barn. Mary Baldwin taking on Southern Virginia tonight. SVU with the lead currently, 67-48. Jamal Okegbu is at the line shooting 2 for the Fighting Squirrels. First one comes off.
Yeah, and already a very worthy foul from Timmy Johnson there. Guarantees less than 2 points.
Okegbu knocks down the second, so he gets 1 of 2 that trip. Knights with the 18-point lead. Great play by the Knights. They hit Ashton Davis in the high post, And DJ Green with the back cut gets the easy layup. DJ now with 19 points.
And that was a Coach Bevel orchestrated play right there. You could hear him yelling from the sidelines. SVU immediately jumped on it. Great play.
Benton for three. That's off the rim. No good. Rebounded in the paint by CJ Good. And CJ with the follow.
And CJ now with double digits on his former team. You can definitely tell he came to play with some fire.
Ball knocked away there by CJ Good. Picked up by the Fighting Squirrels. Dunklin into the paint. Up top, DJ Villa for three. That's off. Rebounded by Abe Connolly. Connolly checked in at the last timeout. DJ hands to Timmy. Around the horn, DJ for three. That's short. Rebounded by Okegbu. Okegbu to the hoop. Shot is blocked by Ashton Davis. And that will bring us to the final media timeout of this game. 3 minutes, 53 seconds remaining. SVU leads it by 18.
Not gonna lie, something special is happening here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but when you're here, you can feel it. Whether it's in the classroom, around campus, or stepping into your unique spotlight, you'll find a place where you truly belong. This place is more than just lectures and exams. It's about constructing your story, helping you discover your path in a world of possibilities. Maybe it's our close-knit community, our Christ-centered mission, or the way the Blue Ridge Mountains feel like home. We excel at being a place where every idea, every step, and every moment bring you closer to the future you're meant to create. They say big things come in small packages. We couldn't agree more. Because here's a little secret. The best life is the nightlife. Come be a part of it.
Currently leads it by 18 over Mary Baldwin. Mary Baldwin with possession. Benton into the paint. Throws up a jump hook from about 10 feet, and it's good. Seen Benton make some difficult shots here tonight.
Yeah, he's very a skilled offensive player.
Mason Hunter with a good drive and the basket. Okegbu battling Davis. Ball comes off. Rebounded by Davis. They're going to call a jump ball. And that possession will go to SVU. Landon Catlett into the game.
And Coach Bell will probably wanting some fresh legs. Landon getting his first minutes, wanting some fresh legs here on the full court press.
Landon Catlett, sophomore guard from right here in Buena Vista. Ball knocked away, stolen by DJ Villa. CJ Good for three. That's long. Rebounded by Ashton Davis, but knocked out of bounds. But it will be SVU basketball. DJ will walk the ball. Look for Ashton Davis at the top of the three-point circle. Off Davis's hands and out of bounds. Ball goes back to Mary Baldwin.
And the Knights have gotten a little bit more turnover happy now as the game has progressed. 7 turnovers for the Knights in this second half.
Benton for 3, and that's good. And Coach Echo will call a quick timeout after that three-pointer by Benton. That cuts the lead to 15 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left.
Yeah, if you're the Knights, you're a couple good offensive possessions away from really putting this one away. But a chance of a miracle still available, and you can tell Coach Echo really trying to maximize that opportunity, trying to get some will into his team to force the issue, to try and force that miracle. So the Knights really have to stay disciplined here and get these last couple possessions to really close this one out.
Yeah, you look for the Knights just to kind of work the shot clock. They don't need to score more. You know, they just need to work the clock and play some good defense for a couple possessions. But Coach Echo wants his team to compete to the end. As is Coach Bevel, as he's not going to want to see turnovers. You know, as you get later in the season, we're getting closer to the conference tournament, and you really got to value every possession.
Yeah, and especially this is a big opportunity for the Knights to overcome a weakness of theirs, the full court press, because the more you give into that weakness and bad habits, that's going to affect you later in the season. So a really good opportunity here for the Knights to really amp this up and really put into practice things that they've learned.
And you mentioned a little bit more, you know, a few more turnovers here in the second half, 7 as compared to 2 in the first half. But you really want to see these final 2 minutes be played cleanly. Mary Baldwin showing a little pressure. Knights are able to break that. Abe Connolly holds up top, and he throws it out of bounds. So it'll be Mary Baldwin basketball. Jude Ballstedt checks back in. 1:47 remains. You hate seeing that possession end in a turnover, but the Knights did use a lot of the clock there. Marquise Dunklin able to get into the paint and score a basket over the top of Ashton Davis. DJ Green into the front court now with possession. The Knights again working to work the clock, and another errant pass picked off by Raymond Benton. He scores the basket, and that cuts the lead to 11 with 1:08 remaining. Landon Catlett holds it up top, cross court to Jude Ballstedt. 5 on the shot clock. Timmy into the paint. That comes off the rim, rebounded by Ashton Davis, but knocked away and stolen by C.J. Good. And Marquise Dunklin hustles up the court for Mary Baldwin and draws the foul. Actually, they say it's just knocked out of bounds, so Mary Baldwin basketball on the baseline. C.J. Good driving through the paint. They're going to get Austin Mitchell with a foul, and that will send C.J. Good to the free throw line. Good knocks down the first of 2 free throws. And C.J. Good, once again, perfect from the line.
Yeah, he's been a big bright spot for this Mary Baldwin team. A block, a steal, only one foul, and 8 rebounds. 5 of them offensive rebounds for CJ Good. So the former Knight showing out against his previous team. Second leading scorer for Mary Baldwin with 13 points.
Yeah, and good for him. It's always tough, you're coming back playing your old teammates, your old coach, and he was a good player for SVU last year. So good to see him coming back into familiar territory and having a good game against his former team. So the lead is 9 with 29 seconds remaining here in the game. It'll be Knight basketball. Just about a minute and a half ago, we were talking about a 15-point lead, and Mary Baldwin, they've now cut it down to just 9, and only 29 seconds left, but the Knights, they got to take care of the ball here this last 30 seconds.
Yeah, Mary Baldwin has definitely been forcing turnovers.
DJ splits the double team into the front court, and he is fouled, so he will not go to the line, as that is only Mary Baldwin's 4th team foul of the second half. Timmy Johnson up top, feeds to DJ. Shot clock is off, and he'll be fouled by Raymond Benton. And again, that's only the 5th foul, so Mary Baldwin still 2 fouls away from the penalty. Timmy inbounds up top to DJ. He is fouled there. That is DJ Villa. .7 seconds left. DJ is fouled again, and so DJ will go to the free throw line. And DJ will look to add to his team leading total tonight of 19 points. Looking to hit the 20-point mark. And DJ is off the mark on the free throw. Dunklin for 3, that's off. Rebounded by Timmy. And they're going to call a foul on DJ Villa with 4.3 seconds remaining here. So Timmy will go to the line.
And you got to give credit where credit's due. Mary Baldwin doing an excellent job here in the ending part of the second half. I mean, like we talked about, the Knights had a 20-point lead at one point, down to 9. In large part because Mary Baldwin played aggressive, disciplined basketball to keep trying to force turnovers and keep trying to cut that lead down.
Mary Baldwin definitely has played to the end of the game, doing what they can to cut that lead. Timmy knocks down 2. That gives him 14 on the evening. And DJ Villa with a 3 at the horn. It's no good, and that'll do it. SVU now improves to 7-1 in USA South Conference play. Meanwhile, Mary Baldwin will fall to 2-6. So the Knights continue their stellar conference play, Mark, to hang out there at the top of the conference. Mark Duffin here checking the results of tonight's games, seeing how NC Wesleyan did in their matchup tonight.
Well, it looks like tonight we are the only team playing, which is disappointing. NC Wesleyan will be playing again on Friday against Pfeiffer, so that'll be an important game for the Knights to look towards. Obviously, SVU with the tiebreaker over NC Wesleyan, having beat them head-to-head, but there's still one more matchup, and anything can happen the rest of conference play.
Anything can happen, and of course, Pfeiffer is the owner of the only victory against this SVU Knights basketball team to this point. So tough game, down there between Pfeiffer and NC Wesleyan on Friday night. So it'll be, I'm sure a lot of SVU fans will be interested to find out the outcome of that game.
Absolutely, I know. I'll be looking for it for sure.
So going over once again, DJ led the way with 19. Also 4 assists and 5 rebounds. Timmy with 14 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. And then Hiram McConkey also going into double figures with 11 and 7 rebounds to go along with those 7 rebounds. So, again, another good balanced attack by SVU.
Yeah, and what was great were the contributions from the bench down low, with Ashton Davis and Luke DeVore combining for 14 points coming off the bench. Those were huge, especially Luke's minutes really setting the tone for the bench unit and settling the SVU down whenever Mary Baldwin would start forcing turnovers or getting something going on the offensive end.
Yeah, once again, Luke DeVore came in and had some good quality minutes where, he pulled down good boards and also contributed on the offensive end. And one thing we haven't really talked about, he probably, he may not want to hear us talking about it, but how about the job of Coach Trace Bevel this year? Comes in, lost Eli Ballstedt last year, a couple transfers like we talked about, CJ Good playing up the road in Stanton this season. But, started out the year wondering where the support was going to come from. But Coach Bevel, he has this team playing great at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, we talk about there are some people who were lost. Eli graduated. You had CJ move on. You had Tyler Karchner graduate. But there were also a lot of returners for this team. Timmy, DJ, Luke. I mean, we can go on. There was a lot of returners for this team, which has been huge of maintaining that consistency. And over the past 2 years with this team and getting it built up, you're absolutely right. Coach Bevel has coached this team very well.
They've been able to find a lot of answers to the questions that they had themselves in the first few weeks of the season. So congratulations to Coach Bevel and his squad improving their record and managing to stay atop the USA South in that tie with NC Wesleyan. So, Mark, next game for the Knights, I believe, is on the road again. They will travel down to Methodist Saturday afternoon and face the Monarchs there. So, like we said, any matchup in the USA South, it's tough. There's a lot of parity here in the conference. So, might look at Methodist, they're not at the top of the conference, but they're also playing kind of better than what they were picked to do in the preseason as well.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you look at these teams, and like, conference records are fluctuating between as the teams play each other. But I mean, you look at the pre-conference play, and I mean, Mary Baldwin had a better pre-conference play than SVU to start out. The same thing goes for Methodist. Played very well before the conference play started. So all these teams are really close, and what determines the USA South Conference play is a couple lucky bounces, some hard work and effort, some crashing the glass, and it's a very small margin of error here in the USA South.
Yep, never a night off in USA South Conference play. Once again, SVU takes the victory over Mary Baldwin, 73-62. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Our next broadcast will be Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. as the SVU women, undefeated in conference play, will host Meredith College. For Mark Duffin, I'm Colby Kemp. We want to thank all of you for supporting Knight Athletics, and as always, go Knights.